great. That's mine now.
Oh.
I know. We can put it right here.
Okay.
So we can both look at it. It's in the wide. People can see we're both.
I'm going to ask you direct questions about people in the show.
I love it. And I'll have to look them up.
5, 6, 7, 8. We got Big Theater Kid Energy.
Welcome to Big Theater Kid Energy. I am your host. This is going to be a wild one. I am your host, Ryan Garcia. This is the show where we go and see plays in Los Angeles, ones that are happening original theater, or shows that are coming through LA, touring productions that may be coming to a town near you. And we review them here, and I interview a fun guest like today, Sterling Sulieman.
I'm fun.
Last night, Sterling and I went and saw Come From Away at the La Mirada Theatre. I guess just at La Mirada. You don't say the La Mirada.
No.
No, you just say La Mirada.
Yeah,
Because La means the.
that's right.
And it would be saying like the Mirada Theatre.
The Mirada.
We went to the Mirada Theatre. And we saw Come From Away. And just so you know, it is running through October 12th. Go and see it. La Mirada is about an hour outside of Los Angeles, depending on where in Los Angeles you are. If you're on the east side, it's a little bit less. If you're on the west side, it's a little bit more.
If there's traffic, it could be a lot more.
Right. But I will say, before we even get to it, spoiler alert, this one's worth it.
Yeah.
I would go and see this show.
I think all their shows are really good.
Yeah, but we're not there yet, because we don't need to talk about the show right away. What we got to talk about is who I saw it with.
Who'd you see it with?
I saw it with a lot of people, actually.
Yeah.
It was a packed house. It was opening night.
It was slammed.
It was an opening night, and Sterling, I invited you to go see it, but you were already on your way,
I was already going.
which was great news for me, because I didn't have to sit next to you.
That's right.
You got to go sit next to Regina Fernandez,
RF.
who you were in a show at La Mirada with.
Yeah, I met her. We did a show this January, February. We did The Play That Goes Wrong at La Mirada.
It was so amazing.
That show is so fun.
Yeah.
And our director, Eric Peterson, he really had like a strong vision, or like, it was like, because the rehearsals at that theater are short.
I couldn't believe how okay, there's so many things to talk about. I
Yeah.
feel like there's a funnel in my brain trying to put this into some kind of order because I want to talk about everything at once.
Just do that in the editing room. Make it harder for yourself later.
No, and because I'm dealing with you, it's going to be even harder. Just because we have such a riff and like are able to play off.
I don't know him.
I don't like. Why did I invite you?
Yeah, mistake number one.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the reins.
Yeah,
And Sterling's not going to like it, and he's going to try to take it back.
but I'm going to take the microphones.
But you can't have them. So I'm going to start by saying what I could find out on the internet about Sterling Sulieman.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Some of this was from Pretty Little Liars Wiki.
Oh, God.
So what I have is that you were born in Oakland but moved to Oahu when you were 6 years old and lived most of your formative years in Hawaii.
All of them, I guess.
Yeah, you played Maya's stalker,
Yeah,
Lyndon James, on the TV show Pretty Little Liars. You sneak.
that's right.
Not a good guy, huh?
No, it turned out kind of a murderer.
Not just a stalker.
Yeah.
Oh, he did worse.
Well, spoiler alert, he killed her.
How long has Pretty Little Liars been out?
That was at least 10 years ago.
Okay, we can't. Do we have to say spoil? I'd love to an answer to this. When does the spoiler alert no longer apply? Like, what's the statute of limitations on spoiler alerts?
I think after the show's been out for a year.
1 year.
Yeah,
I think that it should be 2.
maybe 2. But like, if you're rewatching the show and you don't know, like, don't actively ruin it for someone. But
Otherwise,
hey,
all bets are off.
snooze, you lose, loser.
Also, you are. It said by the way on there. It made a judgment on how you're most known.
Uh-oh.
It says you're most known for your role in the video game The Walking Dead: The Final Season as Lewis. And I don't know if that's true. I think you're known for a lot of reasons.
I'm going to be honest, it's those two things the most.
Really?
Pretty Little Liars when it was hot.
Those fans are rabid.
It was every woman in the world from like 12 to 45.
Really?
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, are you on that show?" And I was like, "Oh, wow, this show is huge." And then The Walking Dead is like, that was the most online like writing attention from fans I've ever gotten. Cuz like that part meant a lot to people.
Yeah.
And that game means a lot to people.
Right. I also played a pretty important role in Pretty Little Liars.
Oh yeah.
I played desk clerk, and I delivered a message to a character I can't remember.
You had that big desk, right?
I had that really big desk.
Yeah.
And it's implied
Yeah.
that I was a murderer, but they don't ever go into my story.
Because you were that good?
Yeah, I go. They're like, oh, I think we get it.
Wait, We get it.
We get it.
He's
Pretty good.
killing people.
I would use him in more episodes, but I feel like his arc is finished.
That town is crazy, by the way. It's just people are dying, and then the parents are like, we're going to go on a vacation for the weekend.
Yeah.
You guys are in high school, right? Just hang.
You're good.
There's murderers.
The writers are like, how can we get the parents out of here? Yeah. These kids got to be crazy.
She should be dating the teacher, and then everybody should just be doing whatever they want.
Also, I didn't realize this. You were in 47 episodes of All My Children.
47 episodes of All My Children.
You didn't know that.
I thought it was 46.
You didn't know it was 47. They used some old footage of you in a 47th episode.
I think that's what
so you
it
weren't
was.
actually called
I
to set
wasn't
for that
there.
one. And then I think
was
this is
crazy.
the one the role of yours that I'm most excited about and was most
Oh.
jealous of, that you played Prince Aeschylus
yeah.
in Still Star-Crossed, a Shonda Rhimes show that shot in Spain.
Yeah.
About what happens in Verona after Romeo and Juliet kill themselves.
That was great. I was playing the prince who's kind of like in between the two families, who's constantly trying to keep peace.
Yeah.
It was the best. Like, there's nothing else to say. Spain, Shonda Rhimes, like fantasy show, especially with like a black guy. I was like, when am I gonna play a prince?
Right.
And then they were like, now.
And also, like, now,
Get out here.
Now you can, like, it feels like you could play anything. Like,
Yeah.
you're dealing in Lord of the Rings reboots, and there's black elves now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm ready.
And where's the phone call?
Where's the email? Where's the pigeon?
Where's pigeon?
From, like,
Yeah. No, I understand what a pigeon
from
is.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. And this guy. Can you believe this guy? I don't understand him.
It's like he's never gotten a carrier pigeon.
Also, one thing I really want to talk about before we get into like my like kind of theater kitty questions kitty questions. When I'm saying theater kitty, I do mean cats.
Yeah. No,
God, that's multi-layered.
Yeah.
Anyway, you wrote, starred in, produced, edited, did everything for a narrative musical podcast called Trinity Squad. Has 3 seasons.
Yeah.
It's out there. It's on the podcast
Yeah.
landscape. People can go there and listen to it right now. I'm in it.
Finale episode comes out today. You're not just in it. You're being the most ridiculous in it.
You gave me you gave me this king and you're like, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And I went way too hard.
The best is you were like, you don't really want me to do that. And I was like, absolutely I
sent
do.
you a joke audition.
No, you did
But
it
I
in the table read.
Oh, that's right. I did a
Yeah.
joke. Oh, that's right. I did like a, let me just go too far. Here I am as the king of your story. And I'm thinking, there's no way that Sterling's going to let me do this for
I
a
was
whole
like,
season.
Absolutely. That's an absolute yes.
Anyway, Sterling, it's so good to have you here.
It's so good to be here, you know?
I'm surprised you said that because I thought you were going to say something snarky.
No, I'm going to be very nice.
And earnest?
I hate Ernest, you know?
The only time that you're earnest is, this is my least favorite bits that you do.
Yeah.
Is I was self-taping you once, and we were like working it, and I said, wow, you had some really good listening. And you went, what? Which is such an earnest response.
It's my favorite joke.
I hate it so much. Would you say that you're a theater kid?
Yeah.
I think you're a theater kid.
I mean, I'm undeniably a theater kid because I did theater the entire childhood that I had.
When did you start doing theater?
We started doing it originally as like after school programs because my mom was going back and forth in Hawaii. So like 2nd grade. we're
Wow, you
doing-
started that early.
Yeah, and then we started doing, my sister and I, because my sister's on Broadway and stuff. We started doing
Most recently in Shucked?
Most recently in Shuck. She actually just popped on the tour and then popped off.
Was she out here in L.A.?
No, she left right before LA. Yeah, I would have gone to see. But we started doing community theater in Hawaii, and then we were just always doing that. Went to college for it, and then was like, is there more money in TV and film?
I mean,
Yeah.
at least there was.
There was. R.I.P.
Did you do it a lot in high school as well?
I was always doing it. I probably did 2 plays at my school because it was better in the community theater.
You said 2 plays?
Yeah.
Only 2 plays at your high school?
Only 2 at my high school, yeah.
Whoa, you were doing mostly in the community. Mm-hmm. Just because the theaters were better, or?
It's crazy because like Hawaii's kind of a small, it's an island, if you don't know.
Wow. See, you didn't think you were going to come into this podcast to learn things.
A little geography for everybody.
Hawaii is
There's
a small
several
island.
islands, but I'm on Oahu. No, a lot of the people I grew up with did really well in their careers because I think we were always hustling and always doing all these community theater things. And then there was always this big jump of like, well, on the mainland, On the mainland, you better get a triple turn. On the mainland, everyone does this. On the mainland. So everyone had this hype. So like a lot of people we grew up with like went to Broadway, won all these dance competitions. Like, so you think you did
Because they prepared for what they thought was going to be a way more
like
intense.
yeah. They're like, once you get there, this is what they're like on the
Wow.
mainland. Yeah.
Do you think that mentality still exists, or with the prevalence of like social media and kind of seeing what people are doing all over the country and the world,
It's probably less. Yeah.
is that like kind of evened out?
It's probably evened out, and I think there are more people that are like, oh, those people are from home. Whereas when we were growing up, there was almost nobody. Where
Right.
You were like, who's out there?
And now
Who
they're
made
like,
it?
well, if Sterling can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, if he can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there? So here's one thing that I think you and I differ in greatly. Because I think we have a lot of similarities.
Okay.
But I also think we're very different.
About like you love cheesecake.
Oh my God! Yeah, I do. I love cheesecake so much.
Send
I just
cheesecake.
did a show. I just did a show in Carmel, and on the day of the show, I was like, I deserve a little treat. And so
Yeah.
I was walking around. You're gonna hate this. Now, maybe you won't hate it, but you're gonna think I'm insane.
I love it.
I went and I'm like, I'm gonna get a little snack. I got a little tuna salad and a pumpkin cheesecake.
I'm into it.
And so I walked around the streets of Carmel, finished my tuna salad, used the same fork,
Yeah.
and went right into the pumpkin cheesecake. Because I care about this planet.
Yeah, I'm for it.
I love cheesecake. You don't love cheesecake as much. I get super stressed about things. I feel like you are not a stressed out person.
I'm not a stressed out person. Yeah.
Like, do you get nervous for audition? Like, when auditions were in person more often, did you ever get stressed out or nervous before going into an audition?
Oh yeah. Well, especially starting out, this is big theater kid energy for sure. I definitely had to learn to bring it down.
Because you came in, you were like talking too fast and too loud?
Or just I had ideas and like theater, let's say, is at a 10. Let's just put it at a 10.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, I'll bring it down to a 7. They're like, no. You got to bring it down to like a 3.
Oh, your 7 is still a 10.
Right. Like, I'm like, hey. They're like, no, we want you to be like, hey. I'm like,
Right.
oh.
Wow, so that transition to film and TV must have been gargantuan.
Yeah, it was pretty big. So, like, I really had to learn that early on. And that was like a big adjustment.
So it wasn't stress as much as it was doing too much.
It was doing too much. But I think I did have stress. And I'm like, the few times I like tested or anything like that.
Oh my gosh.
All of those people, like, heart racing. I was just talking to a few people, and we were talking about how the nerves you would get.
The tough thing with testing is that when you're testing for a TV show to be a series regular on it, like a brand new show, and they'll go in there, and sometimes you're testing as in like they're giving a chemistry test between you and either somebody who's already cast,
Yeah.
or they're figuring out the mix of the ensemble of the show. So you're testing with a bunch of different people to see what's the right match. They make you sign the deal first. So you see how much money like the life-changing money you could potentially be making, and you have to sign your name to it, and then it's like, go, have fun, be creative, connect.
It's like Mean Girl energy or something.
It's so hard. Yeah, you want this money?
I bet you really want that.
Work for it. You better be good enough.
And there were so many rounds of that before. It was like you audition, you go to producers, then you meet with like sometimes more producers, and then you meet with the studio, and then you go to network, and you're just like,
Yeah.
and then sometimes no one you were with gets it, and you're like, what?
You know, in all honesty, because we did some testing in a sense in college
Yeah.
for theater,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I found that to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Because it would just be like, you'd still have the page in your hand.
Yeah.
And you'd get to go in with different people, and you're like, oh, let's try this, let's try that. Like, it actually was creative and
It's
fun.
not life-changing money.
It's not life-changing. That's the part that's like...
You're not desperate.
Why would you do that? Make the here's what I want. I want the managers and agents to do that behind my back.
It's like when they ask if you're available, you're like, am I available for a new job? Don't ask me that.
I'm
I'll
available.
cancel the trip. Like,
That's
come
the other.
on.
That's the other thing. There's another thing that they do where when you have an audition for a show or a commercial, you then get a callback, and then you get put on avail.
Yeah.
Like they just say, like, is he available? So then I have to say, yes, I'm available, which makes me know I'm in the running to actually book this thing. And then
Just to
from
bother you all weekend.
the moment I find out I'm on avail to the moment I find out if I get it or didn't, I'm in turmoil.
Just eating tuna fish and cheese.
Just nonstop, and like the same fork, just back and forth. And I just wish that don't tell me I'm on avail, assume I'm on avail, and after the fact, say, hey, by the way, you didn't book that one, but you were on avail for it.
Yeah. Then it's over in one rip.
Oh,
Yeah.
Huh. It's like I guess I was doing the right thing, and not the I could get it.
Yeah.
I could get it.
Oh, I don't know. Next week I might be working. I don't know if I should. Because everything
Can't
could be
say
different.
yes to any
Yeah.
plans. Was there a role that you auditioned for theater that you didn't get that you were like,
I do remember in college, it was freshman year, so I was probably not going to get it. I was a
yeah,
freshman.
you really have to like these upperclassmen know these teachers.
They
who
know
are
the
directing
teachers,
things.
and they have proven themselves, and they have less time there. You're just getting there. But we did Andrew Lippa's The Wild Party, and I really wanted to play Black. But I ended up playing a tap dancer. I've played a tap dancer at least 3 times. I don't really tap.
You're not a tap dancer, but you are a tap dancer.
I was a dancer who could tap a little, but like to be cast as a tap dancer was always like, can I throw in some other stuff?
Did you know that I was a tap dancer as a child and I have trophies?
Have I seen a picture of those trophies?
No, I probably just talked about it.
Oh. Are you going to get back into it?
Never. What part of the theater do you like to sit in as an audience member?
It's back orchestra.
Back of the orchestra?
Yeah.
Not the middle of the orchestra, the back of the orchestra.
Middle to back.
Okay.
Why am I saying middle to back? I don't want to be too far forward, so I guess it's middle.
Yeah.
But I'm very fine with the back orchestra more than going upstairs.
Right.
I just feel like the sound is different when you're downstairs, and like especially going to see shows on Broadway or anywhere where you've paid a lot for the ticket. I'm like, I need to feel like I'm like held by the sound and the whatever instead of being like, huh? What?
Yeah.
Where are they? Like I hate
I do.
that.
I want to be enveloped with the sound, and I want to be far away enough that I can see the
see-
stage picture,
Yeah.
but close enough that I can make out facial features.
Yeah.
And so, like, for me, it's like row J, row F, like somewhere
Yeah,
there.
that's
in the
great.
middle. Last night, we went and saw
Yeah.
Come From Away
Yeah.
at La Mirada Theatre.
That's all true.
I did not know a lot about this show going into it. I looked it up just so I had some
Insight?
idea and some insight into what I was going into, some context
Mm-hmm.
for the show. But I have been to La Mirada before because I saw you.
That's right.
And that theater is a little bit out of the way.
Yes.
Without traffic, it's an hour.
Well, for
actually, getting
us,
home, I was like
it
40
matters
minutes.
where you live.
But gosh, it's such a beautiful house.
It's a gorgeous theater and really fun to work for. They have a gorgeous rehearsal space, and it's just
Where's the
big
rehearsal
and-
space?
It's like, I want to say it's like 5 blocks away or something.
And here's some stuff about it. It was built in 1977, and it has 1,251 seats, which is like so nice. It's considered a regional theater, but like it's a state of the art.
Yeah.
The sets they do, like the stuff that was happening in your show, the stuff that set
Yeah.
could do, like there was full on second levels that were
Yeah.
falling and sinking and huge stunts and
I don't know if they did that for this one, but like I just never thought about this. But we rented that set.
oh, you rented the set, right?
That set had already done 2 versions of this show in different parts of the
Which honestly
country.
is so smart.
Yeah.
Because especially if you have, there's a 2-week rehearsal process, which the show we saw last night, I don't know how they put that together in 2 weeks. I do not know. It was so tight.
It was so tight, and so many people literally wore so many hats. Like, people are playing multiple characters. Scene changes were very
There
fast.
were costume changes in the middle of scenes.
Yeah.
There was like one point where they're all facing upstage and they're kind of like not lit that much, and I see like jackets coming off and
Yeah.
wigs being removed, and
And
I
then,
saw,
like, they have to get those back. Like, so
there
there's
were
a lot
moments
going
where
on.
one guy played one character, and then as somebody was leaving, he took off his jacket, handed it to that person, ran back over, started moving the staircase.
Yeah.
I was like, God, this is choreographed so tightly
Tight, yeah.
and exceptionally well.
Yeah.
Like I was only in awe of the choreography because I couldn't believe how efficient everything was. So
Yeah.
I really wanted to focus in on like, how are they doing this?
And I learned that the original production was on a revolving stage.
Was it?
Yeah. And then they
Wow.
changed it, I think, for the tour. But that explains, like, the pace, because it's crazy.
Yeah.
They were just constantly moving and changing and being different characters. and I
Nobody
was like,
stops, and then when they're stopped, they like pick up a guitar.
yeah.
They pick up a flute or
Yeah.
a violin.
For some,
Or
just a
piano.
tambourine.
Some is just a tambourine. Or I think at one point someone just had like the cymbals and went. I was like,
They're like, you just snap.
yeah. How's your musical talent? Okay, just a singer? Great, here's this tambourine. A little history on this play, because it's really an awe-inspiring play. And to the point, kind of parallel to how fast their rehearsal was.
Yeah.
The writing of this show was very fast.
Oh, really?
When it comes to Broadway. They wrote it in 2 years, which is so fast for like that intricate of a musical.
Right. And I guess it had to be, they wanted
And
to keep
researched.
it relevant.
They went to it. I think here it is right here. Irene Sankoff and David Hine, who are a married couple, the writers, they went and actually interviewed people in 2011 in Gander. Oh. And all of this is based on true stories, and some of it is verbatim and straight from interviews that became those songs.
Is there a documentary on this too?
You know what? That's a great thing. Drop in the comments if there's a documentary. I want to watch it. Do it. Then it got into 2013 is when it had its first full presentation. So they started interviewing in 20. So there's not even like they're like, hey, let's write something. Let's do the research in 2011, and then have the first performance in 2013.
And let's talk about how
presentation.
long it takes Broadway shows to get to Broadway.
So long. Now this one did take from 2013, its first presentation, to 4 years later to get on Broadway.
That's still fast.
But that is so fast.
Yeah, most take like 10 years.
Right. And this one, I think it was 2015 that it had at La Jolla Playhouse premiere.
Wow.
That was the premiere of so they had the first presentation, which, you go through workshops, you go through readings.
Yeah.
All these changes happen at every reading. And so to have its first actual performance at the La Jolla Playhouse, which is a house that a lot of times like new shows will go as they're getting ready to make their Broadway run.
Yeah.
So you just have 2 years from that to being on Broadway and then running till 2022.
Yeah, that's incredible.
It was one of the longest runs of the 2010s and that era.
I mean, a lot of people are like, this is one of their favorite shows.
I can understand why. Here's one thing that you rarely see from a musical: 100 minutes,
Oh my gosh.
no intermission.
100 minutes no intermission is just like, it's perfect.
And one of my favorite things, you never get a chance to get ahead of the story. This story is moving so quick. It's so layered.
Honestly, you don't get a chance to clap in this. If someone would sing, you'd be like, oh, and they'd be like, oh no, we're just moving it along.
Yeah, I'm sorry, honey, we don't have an intermission and people gotta pee.
Okay.
yeah. Even the laughter was like, I know you're laughing, but unfortunately there is a music cue coming, so
there's
we're
more
gonna have to
information
keep
coming
it.
out now.
I think we talked to Gwen afterward, who's a friend of ours, Gwen Hollander, who's in the show, that she was like, there was some things that were like on a track, or they didn't have vamps built in for.
Oh, so they just have to.
So it's like, like, and someone's talking.
Yeah.
The next part of the scene while the laughter or while the clapping is happening, the show is tight.
Yeah.
And
I remember us
love
all
it for that.
clapping, and the girl was, I think the reporter was definitely saying something important. I was like, well, we just missed that.
I remember that. It was after, I think, the pilot sang her song.
Yeah.
God, there's so many. We're not even going to get into talking about the actors yet because there were so many standout performances. Don't start talking without using sound.
I'm going to tell you about the actors.
Not using that. This show.
It's about 3 little pigs. No? All right. I'll let you do it.
No, you tell me. What's Sterling? I want to take a sip of water. You tell us what the show's about.
Okay. This show is about this magical moment in time where people were really good to each other.
It's not wrong. I also.
It was not in the U.S.
The people in Newfoundland might still be like that.
I think they are like that. This is what. Well, tell them what the show's about first.
Yeah, the show is about on 9/11, 38 planes got diverted because airspace got shut down over America, and they got sent to this massive airport of a very small town in Newfoundland, right next to Gander. And 7,000 people were unloaded off these planes into this town, almost doubling its population.
Yeah.
And how that town opened their arms, welcomed them, and took care of them during this time of fear and confusion, and made them feel like they had been neighbors the whole time. And the whole title of it, Come From Away, is what Newfoundlanders call those who are not from Newfoundland. So that's where the name of it comes from, and that's what the whole story is about. Mm-hmm. And can I tell you, I know, and this is one thing you should know about Sterling, he doesn't know how to cry. He just doesn't cry.
Yeah.
He just doesn't. And then maybe I know you can cry when you're acting.
Yeah, if you pay me, I can cry.
But if it's like something's actually affecting him, he's like, I remember watching the movie Coco, and he's like, yeah, I saw someone crying, and I thought, oh, so that's the part people cry at. Me, no. I was welling up from moment one in this show.
Oh, really?
Just the way that like you felt. I knew what the show was about. You felt the community and the camaraderie, and I think also because of where we are as a country now.
Yeah.
And seeing that like that hope alive on stage just made me immediately well up and dream of a time that we could possibly be back at again someday.
Yeah, but it also made me feel like, yeah, that's a country that has healthcare.
Right.
That's a country where the people are so taken care of, they can give to others who show up like that and not need anything back. And because I think if that happened in the U.S., I feel like all of the people here would want to do that as well.
Yeah.
But then we'd be like, we don't have 5 days. We're in survival mode.
Right.
We can't pay our rent here.
Yeah. When you're dealing with like the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah.
They all have everything they need.
Yeah. And they had some beautiful moments in the story where it was like, yeah, these people are just giving to us.
That mindset was so hard to fathom.
To be like, why would people just be fine with that? And
Right.
It's like, because they're fine.
Why would you give and give and give?
Yeah.
And that aspect of it being so beautiful made me cry. This show is so good.
Yeah.
And this production of it is so good.
very
And this stage is so cool.
The stage is really cool.
The stage, it would make sense if they rented it because there were like multimedia stuff going on with
Yeah.
those screens. And I love that they didn't overuse anything, you know?
No, it felt very simple, but it was like very effective at the same time.
So effective, so efficient. There was a time when, and like it's all built with bags.
Yeah.
So it really just like you go to an airport and you're already surrounded by bags, but just imagining 7,000 people's bags just like stacked up. And every bag is a life.
Yeah, and I didn't really think about, because they go into this in the show, that they all spent like a day or more on the plane.
Oh my God, 28
in
hours.
the tarmac.
One of the
Like,
songs.
what?
Is that they're in there for 28
Oh
hours.
my gosh.
I hate when I'm on a plane for an extra 30 minutes.
Right. 20. I mean, I would be cool, but I would be pissed.
That one character, because there was Kevin and Kevin, the
Yeah.
couple, and there was that one character who's like freaking out on the plane.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't relate with you, Kevin, who's like, you need to calm down. You need a Xanax. I relate with that woman who's like,
Yeah.
I'm claustrophobic and I need inflate the little slides.
Do something.
I want out.
It's so interesting to think of who you'd be in a real crisis situation, because you have an idea, but you don't know.
Have you been in a crisis situation where you're like, oh, so that's what I would do?
No.
It wasn't like a crisis situation, but I was in New Orleans once, and a fight broke out.
That was the end of your story.
I was in New Orleans once, so I kind of know what I'm like in a crisis.
Huh.
No, I was in New Orleans once, and a big fight broke out in the middle of the street, and cops on horseback came
Oh.
like flooding in, and people were pushing everybody back, and my first instinct was to put my hand in front of Kelly
Oh, yeah.
and
That's
back
right.
her up, and then afterwards I went, oh, good.
Oh, good. That
I'm
is
glad
who
it
I
wasn't
am.
push her and run.
Yeah. There's like a kid and you just run.
Yeah.
Huh. That's who I am?
Ryan, are you Ryan? But that is so interesting to like see like who you are in a crisis. That's such a great point that
Yeah.
this show really like showcases that.
Yeah, because all the people really just step up to help.
They really do. The songs were so great. The band was so great. The music in that theater sounds so wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, like this is a great place to see a show.
It really is. And like, I did the one show. I saw Fiddler on the Roof last year, because Gwen was in that as well, with Jason Alexander.
Right.
And
And he's going back to direct Sweeney Todd there in the
Yeah,
spring or
soon,
in
yeah.
January or something.
every show seems to be pretty incredible. Like, it's worth the drive.
I was thinking it's kind of like Michelin stars.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't understand Michelin stars until like someone really explained like it's the tire company, but the reason they call like the connection is that the more stars you have, the further you should travel to go to this restaurant.
Oh, I didn't know they did.
Yeah, that's the whole point of like the stars. Like if it's a 3-star restaurant, then
Wow.
you should travel many more miles because the food is that good. It's that worth it. And I think the shows here are that good that it's worth the travel. I think
Yeah.
it's different when you're in the show, and
Well,
that
yeah.
means you're going there
Every day.
every day
And
for rehearsals
at
and
rush
shows.
hour.
At rush hour.
Yeah.
But if you're going there for a show, you're going after rush hour. Nobody's going toward La Mirada
Yeah.
at that time. They're coming
Nobody.
unless they're going to see a show there.
That's right.
Or if they're going to the outlets, which is on the way.
Yeah, and bonus, there's it's like it's free parking, and there's a bunch of places to eat right around the theater.
Free parking, unheard of.
Yeah.
I got there at like 15 minutes before the show.
Just
Easy.
yeah.
Comfortable seats.
And space. We're just like repping this place, but space between
But we're
like,
repping
when
it
you're,
because
like,
it's
trying
worth
to get
it.
to your seat.
No,
there's
nobody has
space.
to stand up.
Yeah,
Nobody has
it's
to stand
great.
up.
Yeah,
It's just also because we're used to what it's like to be in a theater where you're like
it's impossible.
impossible.
Yeah.
Somehow La Mirada makes it possible.
Yeah.
La Mirada makes the impossible possible.
Come to La Mirada.
Now let's talk about the cast in this show.
No.
You're right. I just think one of the coolest things about this is that it's interweaving. So some of these characters are conglomerates of many characters.
Yes.
Or many actual people that have been put into like one storyline.
Mm-hmm.
But I also love that in this show, they show really happy, beautiful storylines, as in the one between our friend Gwen.
Yes.
And Kent. Wow. And on this thing right here, it tells you what instruments they all played.
Oh yeah, because they all had to play instruments. So that's also not from the original.
That's not the original.
That's something they added for this show specifically to give it a
Everyone
little...
playing instruments throughout the entire show.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire show.
Yeah, it was cool.
I couldn't believe how talented everybody was.
I couldn't.
But Gwen, who played Diane, and Kent, who played Doug, their storyline was so beautiful. Like you had this little rom-com going on in the middle
Really
of this
sweet.
tragedy.
Yeah.
Kent, I think, was like a little comedic genius out there.
Yeah. Really like heartwarming, sweet.
I don't want to give away any of his comedic beats, but there was one that Gwen didn't know about until it actually happened, like during a preview.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she went, I did not know that's what you were doing. And then they're holding for a laugh while things still need to keep moving.
Right, because they can't.
Then it also dealt with some really dark storylines too, like real storylines, like this this character who was a Muslim man, and he was being strip searched, and he wasn't being trusted by people, and he was being berated for speaking his own language.
Right.
And like all that shit's real. Or a woman whose son was a firefighter and dealing with the fear of like I can't hear from him. I don't know what's going on.
And the way they do it in the story is like there's no central story. The central story is the town and this tragedy. So it's like you're just kind of getting parts of these stories flowing through the whole time, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah, there isn't a star of the show.
No,
the
not
star
at
of the
all.
show is Gander.
Yeah.
And what they were able to do during the obstacle of 9/11.
And kind of also the fact that people had these 5 days where they either like met someone or put out of their comfort zone or were scared for their lives. It was just this weird 5 days.
And the real like human conflict that's also happening within that, like between the gay couple, and how like they had different points of view on how we should handle being here. And I loved the ceremony where it's like, what was the ceremony called? Where they brought them into
They were making them
into Newfoundland. Yeah,
I can't say that
It's
word.
so hard to say. Screechin', where they were initiated by kissing a codfish and drinking a shot of Screech rum
I could do that
and
today.
reciting a phrase.
I could be a Newfoundlander.
There's no blame or focus on politics.
Right.
Even when they talk about like the American president, they just talk like a thing the American president said that was like actually trying to console the country. They talk about the moment that there was like a moment of silence in America. Because I think, we're just dealing with how do humans handle this tragedy and what's the best possible outcome of humanity.
Yeah, and it's definitely a musical for Americans, but it was full of people from all over the world. So it was really about all of these different people being there at that same time. And I do think like there are more tragic stories, but they're done really lightly.
Yeah.
It is not sad. It's
No.
not a sad show, but like all of the sadder storylines or uncomfortable storylines exist,
Yeah.
but they kind of prep you for them.
And one of the characters that wasn't a collection of multiple people's stories, it was actually one story, was the Captain Beverly Bass.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she actually was the first American Airlines female captain.
Amazing.
And she saw the show over 100 times.
Oh my gosh.
And said it moved her every time. I got moved just saying that out loud.
That must be crazy to just have lived your life, done your thing, and then be like a lead character in a musical about this other crazy thing that happened to you.
Yeah.
And you have nothing to do with it, really.
Nothing. But you have a responsibility.
Yeah.
And also the fact that like she talks about how she stayed in the hotel by the phone because that was her job.
Gosh.
She didn't have a job of like going out there and being part of the community and also
She was like, I got to get these people out of here.
yeah, and the fun of like, okay, who's going to clean the toilets? Gosh. And they had that one, oh God, what was that woman? I'm going to take a break here to figure out who that woman was.
That was her too. Same actress.
That was Misty Cotton? Who was
Yeah.
the one that was like,
Yes. She was playing both.
That
Everyone
was
played
her?
both. Yeah, she was killing it.
I'm being so fooled. In Night of the Iguana, that was one actor that I'm like, that's the same actor for
You're
those
just
two
caught up in
characters.
the story.
I'm so caught up in the
You're
story.
like,
Gosh, I'm tricked. I'm always tricked. So she played Beverly and Annette. So she played Beverly, the captain, and Annette, who is always just getting horny
Yeah.
for all these different
Her
storylines.
demeanor for those two characters was so different, though.
But that's what I'm saying. Even that's what like threw me off with Kent too.
Yeah.
Playing both Nick, who worked at the airport.
Oh, yeah.
He was the air traffic controller, and he was also the oil businessman from England.
Oh, yeah.
As Doug, the way that he had two different, like, the way he held his body was so different for
Yeah.
each. He was so wonderful. Everyone was so wonderful in this show. It's hard.
Yeah, they had the other guy who played a lot of different.
You're talking about Hayden Karatzi.
Yeah, he played a lot of different parts.
He really did. He was one of the Kevins, and he was also Ali.
No, not that guy. I mean, everybody was phenomenal.
That guy, but other people. It's hard. It's hard to nail down one person.
Yeah.
Because again, there wasn't a lead. It was such an ensemble piece that all of them were exceptional. I'm just gonna say all their names. Katrina Michaels, who played Janice, she played the whistle and the accordion and the piano. Stephen Adam Agdepa, who played one of the Kevins, and Garth, who was the bus driver. Clinton Rohn, who was Bob and others, he played percussion. Andy Umberger, who I'm really challenging myself because I haven't looked at these names before.
Yeah.
So I'm really taking
Good
a chance.
luck.
Who played Claude and various percussion. You know, if it says various percussion, that means they don't play an instrument.
Tambourines.
Christelle Rose Simmons, who played Hannah and others. Who was Christelle? Oh, Christelle was the mother of the firefighter.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. When she opened her mouth to sing, I was just kicked back into my seat. Hayden Karatzi, who played piano, and he played the other Kevin and Ali. Mara Vincent, who I realized I did a show with at Boston Court Pasadena.
Which one was she?
She was an understudy in that show.
Okay.
And she's such a wonderful human being and so freaking smart. And in this show, she was so funny and such a command of the stage. She was Beulah. She was the one cooking all the food.
Oh,
and she became friends with Christelle's character, Hannah.
Yeah. She was great.
She was so good, and she also just felt of the town.
Yeah.
In such a wonderful way. Kent M. Lewis, I've already talked about, playing Nick and Doug. Misty Cotton, I've already talked about, because I'm blown away by you, her solo song. The people around me, when she would hit some of those notes, would just go, oh, okay.
Yeah, I could hear some of those. Oh, you're like, yeah.
Gwen, who played, obviously, Diane, but also the coffee shop owner, and was so good.
Yeah.
Her comedic timing, but also her depth of humanity and her love for the character of her son, like David.
Yeah. That storyline between her and Kent is the actor.
Yes.
Was just it was
Doug.
It's one of the highlights because it's like something to follow that you kind of can tell where it's going.
Yes.
Everything else you're like, I don't know where this is going.
Oh, Eric. Eric was so funny, who played the cop and also played guitar, piano, and he came in also as the gym teacher who spoke Spanish.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
He was also like a rabbi.
He was.
Like, he just kept playing different.
He did. There were a couple of them that played like 2 roles.
Yeah.
And then there were some that played many.
A ton.
And then Angela, Chatelaine Avila, who played Bonnie and the violin.
Yeah.
Had this just whole other storyline that there was a set piece that would come out just for her story.
That's right.
When she was dealing with all the pets.
She's like, this is my storyline.
Yeah, I work with the SPCA, and you know what matters to me? Who's taking care of the animals?
Yeah.
And she was like, I will cross the line. I will go past the army.
Gosh.
Come at me. You're going to stop me from getting to the animals.
Man. And thank goodness.
Andy Umberger, who played Claude, who was the mayor of both the town and then also the mayor of the other town with the Irish whiskey, who was so wonderful. He did such if anything, he's the one introducing us and sending us off at the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
And I felt so safe in his hands.
Honestly, anytime anybody was up, I felt like they were a standout. Everyone was fantastic.
Everyone. This cast did not have a dud.
Yeah.
I felt safe in everyone's hands. I felt so safe in the director. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's worth talking about.
Director Richard J. Hines, who directed and choreographed. Richard J. Hines, who apparently has directed this before.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how you would come into this with 2 weeks not having already had a very specific plan.
I do remember when we did The Play That Goes Wrong, the director was like, you guys need to show up off book because we don't have time to find it. And I feel like they must have had to do that because between songs and that choreography and just like
playing music.
Yeah.
And not even choreography, but just blocking.
Yeah.
When do the stairs move? When do we cross over here?
Like
who takes the jacket?
Costume and set choreography as well. Yeah.
I am blown away by this production. Wasn't blown away by that. It wasn't very effective. That's just bad.
Oh.
That's just bad use. Aren't you a voiceover artist?
No.
Then you used to be.
Yeah. My agent's like, what?
Yeah, your agent's watching this. You get a phone call the moment this comes out.
What's that?
Talking to Gwen after the show about her, like, I'm sure at the beginning they're like, hey, do you guys also play any instruments?
Oh, yeah.
And she says, yeah, I play some piano. And then they're like, great, here's 10 pages of piano that you have to learn. Also, you have to be off book on the musical instrument.
And they were sometimes, like, again, doing choreography while playing.
And the band did choreography.
Yeah, the band did choreography.
What is this show? I feel like it breaks
Gosh.
all the rules of, like, the band stays there, the cast goes here.
They're like, no, we're going to do...
And here's something that I love so much. You know what? I know that it's for safety, but it takes away some of the magic, is sometimes people get, like, on the top of a staircase that has to move, and they have to clip in.
I've never seen that.
I've seen that a couple of times. And I love for this one, it was so safe. They went to
Yeah.
the top of the stairs. They like get in their spot where they got a foot on two different stairs. They're holding onto the side, and then the staircase can move.
Yeah.
And it was so cool to watch. And there wasn't a moment where I had to get taken out by like, okay, now get in your harness. And I
Yeah,
know it's for
that's
safety,
terrible.
but I just don't want.
I don't want to see it. The magic should be I don't see it.
If you have to do that, hide it so well that I never know it happened, or incorporate it. It's something about the scene,
Right.
that it's part of the world.
Because otherwise, I'm like, well, I'm watching actors do something.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
and this show is so fast, so tight, so effective, so heartwarming, and so hopeful.
And then over.
And then over and out.
Yeah.
And over and out with like just a jam from the band.
Yeah.
The band
yeah,
got their
the
time
end was
on
really
stage.
fun, and it was a beautiful story. And they don't just end so hopeful that it's not true.
That's what I mean about them telling dark and positive stories.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't feel like I was just going there to see a puff piece on humanity.
Yeah.
We saw, like, hey, hard things happen to people, and there's a choice that you can make. How are you going to deal with it? Are you going to say, that's your problem?
Right.
Or are you going to pick up and donate all the clothes that you can offer?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to donate your time? They were saying how nobody slept, and so they were all on edge.
Yeah. Everyone's in a state of like emergency or whatever. You know, it'd be really interesting if there was someone in that town that was like against it.
Yeah.
I wonder if they like finally came around or if they hated it the whole time, because like people are different.
Yeah.
But the general story is no matter what people went through, that moment in time was like very special.
Something about that community, I wonder if that even existed.
Right.
And the way that they did, I thought the writers were so smart that they did kind of put that part of the storyline in by having the Kevin couple.
Yeah.
And one of the Kevins being like, I don't trust this. Something's up.
I don't want this. I want out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I get out? And rather than like just accepting your circumstances.
Right. Like also everybody wants to get out.
Obviously. There's 7,000 people that want to get out, Kevin.
No one's like, this is nice.
I honestly have trouble finding something in this show that wasn't effective for me.
I'll tell you what. No, I have nothing.
I don't. Just because, one, it felt like such a feat.
Yes.
And also, I love something that's like based in truth and history. And I love something that's based in hope for what humanity can be.
Yeah.
And that's well executed, well acted, well danced, well sang.
Yeah.
Funny at times, moving at times.
Fast if you are someone who doesn't like to sit in the theater for 3 hours. It's a beautiful story and it's very well executed.
You got to go to La Mirada. I really do think you got to go to La Mirada.
To see the
No. There's a Wendy's right next to it.
There's also a Taco Bell right next to it.
One of the things I'm talking about on this podcast is how theater has the power to really like change your body chemistry. And I think in a different way than a movie can.
Yeah. I didn't have this arm yesterday.
What'd you say?
I didn't have this arm until I saw the show.
Huh. And
You're ruining this.
I'm going to fly past that because I'm trying to say something earnest.
Okay, my favorite.
Theater has that special way because we're all breathing the same air. This thing is happening only once right now with this group of people. That it has like a certain power to, through this shared live experience, change everyone's body chemistry in some way. You come out different than you went in.
Yeah.
And I really felt like this one for me, it brought me out feeling like, what can I do to help my community? What can I do to help others? How can I find the joy in things? How can I find the positivity? How can I help somebody else today? But I'm not looking for something. Or I'm not also like helping you and then saying, did I tell you how I helped Sterling yesterday?
Right.
Like I want something.
And they really try and represent a bunch of different perspectives. And one of the things I liked a lot is there's a few times where people are expecting the worst.
Yeah.
And then people are just like, oh, it's fine.
And how many times it has to happen to realize, wow, my programming's off.
Right.
Or where I'm living,
Or where I'm living.
I am programmed in such a way that is based in fear
Yeah.
rather than based in generosity
Yeah.
and love. Why can't we have that kind of programming all the time?
Why can't we have that?
Honestly, why can't we have that?
Well,
Let's not get into that.
yeah, let's not get into that. Somebody write a musical about that. A dark, terrible musical.
There probably are a bunch of them, honestly.
Yeah.
And
They're like, these just aren't going.
nobody's buying tickets.
Nobody wants to come here and just leave heavy.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. We tried. I really had a wonderful time. I want to go see it again.
I dare you.
So we talked a little bit about what you're up to right now, in the sense that you've got Trinity Squad. The final episode is coming out today.
Man, so
which
much
actually
work.
will probably be last week. So you can still, it's all there. So everything's available for you to go check out of Trinity Squad podcast.
3 seasons.
All
Musical.
there. Anything else you have to promote or talk about?
My sister and I have a new YouTube channel, which is called Beddy Time Rhymes. So if you have any kids under 6 who want little bedtime rhymes and nursery rhymes, we've got the channel and some books, and it's on Spotify.
What? You've books?
We have 2 books and a coloring book so far.
You do?
Yeah.
I guess I don't have children, so.
You don't have children,
There'd be no
and
reason
I'm
for me to know about
terrible at posting.
So-
I feel like anytime I tell somebody I'm doing something, they're like, what?
Yeah, what's the name of it again?
Beddy, like Beddy.
Yeah.
Beddy Time Rhymes.
I'm going to put a link to it in
Okay.
the description.
And then I have a Christmas movie coming out this year.
Whoa!
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
It was Holiday by Design. I think it's called The Christmas Showdown.
All right, we'll have our eyes out for Christmas Showdown and Beddy Time Rhymes
Beddy Time Rhymes and the Trinity Squad.
and the Trinity Squad podcast.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Sterling. This was fun.
I'm going to stay.
You should stay. We're actually sticking around because we have a couple auditions to tape. A little behind the scenes. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end or listening all the way to the end. As always, please let me know if you have any notes. As actor, I love a note. Do you love a note as an actor?
I love a note in general.
I love a note in general. I feel like I love being a collaborator.
Yeah.
I'm not a stand-up comedian. I'm out there by myself. I'm here just a little collaborator being like, tell me what to do.
Help me fix it.
So
I'll
if
do
you
it
have
better.
any thoughts, notes, shows I should see, guests I should have on, segments that we should have in this show, I'm still trying to kind of build that out. So feel free to put that in the comments or hit me up on Big Theater Kid Energy either on TikTok or Instagram. And thank you so much again for listening. And thank you again, Sterling Sulieman.
I have a suggestion.
Yep.
Maybe you should start each and every episode with you doing a monologue.
Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you all at the show. Bye.
We got Big Theater Kid energy. Look out, we project, we sing out, Louise. Never market, always go full out. John Patrick Shanley never had a doubt. Our voices are warm, then kicks are high. We've got perfect form. We say thank you, 5. Grab your prop, charge all the glow take. Curtains going up. 5, 6, 7, 8. We got Big Theater Kid